All right, greetings there, people of the world. IonicGecko here with another Star Wars Battlefront video, and this time we're going to do something a little different, something that I kind of dabbled with in the past. If you ever saw my Rangers Rock videos, they were more, they had gameplay of Battlefield 3.
Did you crash into your helicopter?
Yeah, crash into my
Dude, I'm telling you, when you fly a jet, you run into everything.
No, I don't.
Yes,
you don't
do.
know what you're talking about.
Dude, you always run into me when we're on the same team in jets.
No.
You've killed me more times than enemy jets.
Nope.
Yes, you have. Yep.
Nope.
Yes. Dude, every time we play, at least once a game.
Let's just pause here for a second. I just wanted to mention that this game, it's really any game that you watch of me just playing. You can see my playing style. I just like to run around constantly, keeping on the move. I interlaced it with commentary from after actually recording the footage, so I would watch the video and kind of comment on what was happening on the screen, or just kind of explain different aspects of a specific game, kind of take a closer look, really. And this is what we're going to do with this Star Wars video. I have no idea how well it's going to work. I'm doing this right now live. It's 4 a.m., 4:01 a.m. What better time to go for this? I mean, there shouldn't be any background noise anyway. No people talking or people stomping on the roof or cars going by outside. So I got that going for me. But yeah, I'm just going to play this video. I have a few notes I'm going to be making, but other than that, anything I say will be just off the top of my head, as it were. But let's get into this game. This is a drop zone game mode from the Battlefront beta. So in this, you have 16 players total competing for drop pods that fall out of the sky. And you can see kind of my loadout there. I had the thermal grenade in my first slot, the personal shield in the second one, and the third is my jump pack. Now, I didn't have any charges for my personal shield at the time, but I pick up a few. In the end, I'm not a huge fan of the personal shield. It can end up being, I feel like a lot of people are going to use it when that full game comes out as like one of their just main cards. The star cards, by the way, are like perks that you would see in Battlefield if you've ever played that franchise, but they're just kind of boosters during the game that you can use to, you know, access a few different abilities, 3 to be exact. I don't know if the full game you can have more cards, but I think they're sticking with 3, and then they have a cooldown timer after you use them. So I think the jump pack something like 30 seconds, the shield I'm not sure, and then the thermal detonator's pretty quick, like every 10-15 seconds or something. Either way, you see me use all 3 in the end, and they kind of play to the situation that is at hand. So let's keep watching. And in this first video, I'm playing in first person. Later on, I realized that, you know, third person, this is Battlefront. In the old Battlefronts, I always play third person, at least for the, 90% of the time, because it's nicer to kind of see your character doing everything. You have a better sense of awareness, basically, of everything around you, because you can see more. It's a wider field of view, and I've increased. I usually always play FPS games at 90 FOV, but in this, I think I turned it up to 100 just for that extra bit of, wideness. In the end, I don't like seeing things super far away, like when you max out the FOV to like 160 or something. But in this, I was playing first person in the beginning, and I don't think there's any difference in aiming down sights when you aim down the side of your gun. I don't think that increases your accuracy because there are no attachments for weapons, as I'm aware right now. I don't know. Maybe they'll add some, but I don't think so. I think DICE is keeping this game really simple, and it'll appeal to more casual gamers. That's why a lot of people are hating on it, because it's not like the old Battlefront, where's all the tactical in-depthness and blah, blah, blah. In the end, this isn't really a game for us gamers, like hardcore gamers. Like, we're not going to find the same joy in this. If you're not a Star Wars fan, then you really probably won't like this game, if you're a hardcore gamer, that is. But if you love Star Wars, you can kind of put those more competitive aspects aside, and I feel like just enjoy this just fine. Personally, I love Battlefield and all the customization you have, but this game is just pure fun. I don't really care about my KD. I don't really care about who wins in the end. I mean, obviously, I'm still there to there to do my best and to win, but I always, above all else, I have to have fun. So as long as I'm having fun, all the other stuff is secondary, and I don't really care. But this game is a lot of fun. I can't wait for it to come out. But yeah, ADSing doesn't really help you. So in the end, that's really the only reason I play or enjoy playing in first person, because you can actually see a little closer, and usually it improves your accuracy depending on like what sight you use. So that's just a nice thing to have. But in this, third person is the way to go, really. And the next few games I will be playing in third person. But for now, we're sticking with first person. It's still pretty cool. I have equipped the DLT-19, which is a heavy blaster, and really that changed the entire game for me. Like everything using the other weapons I was doing crap. You can watch the first few games of Battlefront, and I had like the standard blasters that you can get, and they just don't have a high enough fire rate. I enjoy actually like pew constant like firing instead of like every once in a while. That's why I suck at snipers, because with a sniper you got one shot every few seconds, and I can never hit the person with that one shot. So I enjoy multiple shots to maximize my effectiveness. But it has its drawbacks. It's not as powerful, not as much damage, and it has a decent spread at range. So you really have to, pick which gun works for you. And in the beta, definitely the DLT-19. It's probably going to be some sort of assault rifle, automatic, or like burst fire that's going to be in the final game. I have no idea what guns they have. I haven't really looked into the weapons of Star Wars, but I should. It's interesting. And this game looks beautiful, by the way. Just enjoy freaking Frostbite 3. It looks amazing. All the particle effects, that's what really gets me. Is like they're so detailed. Like right now, it has such high resolution that you can see all this crispness of like, the textures and everything. I plan on upgrading my computer towards the end of the year, so I should have a way better setup, something with like a GTX 980. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to the game. Sorry. This is what tended to happen with the old commentaries. I would just talk forever about something, and yeah, anyway, let's go. Yeah, here you can see the jump pack's great for just getting around overall. Like right now, I just got to where I needed to be and capped the pod. Bam, took it. Of course, get shot in the back with this turd. Who's just gonna undo my? Probably not. We might. Thing is, this was a huge battle for this first pod. I mean, you just keep an eye on the timer and see how long it takes to actually cap one pod. In fact, they dropped another one in because we were fighting over this single one for like forever. But I'm always in there. I'm trying to cap that pod, and you can see I do take it for our team quite a few times. I mean, I can't remember what the exact number is in the end, but you'll see the results. Really, is I'm working as hard as I can to play the objective. PTFO. Whenever someone says PTFO, that means play the objective, and the objective here is to capture these pods. And they have a timer. You got to defend them. You have to seek out the enemy and blast them. So that's what I was doing here, running around, going all over the place, searching for people, trying to kill them. Don't let them to your pod. I feel like very few people knew how to actually capture the pods. You had to hold E. I'll see a lot of teammates just standing by, like, just hold E, dude. You have to actively capture it, not just stand there. It's not like a flag from Battlefield, but that's probably one of the main reasons I got so many pod claims, because I kept claiming all these pods that we were losing. And here you can see how we get hit, and my health is super low. The jump pack is also great for just escaping. Like you can see, I just jumped away like fuck that, and then I regen and boom, back to full combat effectiveness. So that's why I love the jump pack. It has so many purposes. There's one more that I don't think I really demonstrate in this game, but it's doing recon. Just jump up, see if you see any enemies like running around in the terrain, and just even if you can't shoot them from up there, you just jump down. You know where they are. You have a rough position. You can report this to your friends. So use that with the jump packs as well. So I pretty much use it all the time. Whenever I have it, I try and use it. There, jump again. Woo-hoo. So yeah, always be spotting is what I'm trying to say with that. Always be spotting enemies. Even though there's no 3D spot in this or any mini-map that really shows the location of like spotted enemies, they only show up when they're firing. But still, if you're talking with friends over like TeamSpeak or something like I play with my clanmates. It's great. You can just tell them, you know, they'll know where it is. There's this poor guy stuck in this hole. I ended his misery. You know, there's 2 pods in play, so we're both teams are just going at them, trying to cab them. And here I get overwhelmed. Fuck you. And this taco savior, me and this guy had like a decent back and forth going on. We were like the best players on our team. Here I use the personal shield for like the only time, but it's useful. I mean, no one can shoot at you. It's just annoying because you can't shoot either, obviously. And then I end up meleeing a bunch of people, and I get meleeed. So it has its drawbacks. Again with the goddamn taco savior, man. Watch, he kills me a few more times in this. It's kind of hilarious. And really playing these few games in Drop Zone, they kind of reminded me of my FPS roots and how I usually play, which is just keep moving, constantly on the move, searching, get out of harm's way, always try and end up in a situation where you have the tactical advantage, the strategic advantage. So you're like at high ground, you're moving, you're crouched. Something, that'll give you the edge. So you can constantly see me going back and forth like, okay, fuck going that way. Use the jump back here, toss a nade there. Just, it's always PTFO. And fuck this guy camping like a bitch. But he was defending the pod, so I can't blame him for that. He got a pod defended kill. I just personally like to always stay on the move. So you'll never find me camping. I only stop to regen or just wait for an enemy to come out around a corner. I know they're coming. So. This pod was lucky. It landed right next to me. I was like, okay, I guess I'll go get this. Claim it for the Empire. Another thing about this game mode, it's a lot smaller. It's 16 players, so 8 versus 8. I always make a bigger contribution. Usually everyone makes a bigger contribution in a smaller game. Also, I fucking had you. I don't know how you pulled that off. But yeah, so I always like playing smaller games, even in Battlefield. At first, I'll usually always go for the big, games where it's like 64 players, even though the max in Battlefront apparently is 40, which is, I mean, we should be able to have games with like 100 players, honestly, at this point. It's 2015, people. Come on, the net code, I guess, is the hardest thing to really get right when there's so many people. It generates lag, like, between everyone. But anyway, they should figure it out. I know a few games where you can play with thousands of players, like Planet Side 2, for example. But anyway, enough of that. What I was saying was, I like smaller games because I play a bigger part. And it's easier to get a higher score and get higher on the scoreboard if you're playing just a smaller game. Because in the end, depending on how good you are, you usually get better with those types of odds. So that's why I'm always like, these games, I kill. I mean, there are stupid deaths like where we shoot each other or where I miss a shot I should have made. But, that's happens to everyone. It's that fraction of time that you have to actually beat a guy, make the right move, is all about reflexes. And I'm lucky to have pretty good reflexes, but they're definitely dulling in my older years. I mean, I'm 24. I know they're not going to be getting any better. Yeah, you hit them with the butt of your gun. You like flip your weapon. It's pretty. That's the melee. It's pretty simple. Although it's annoying, you can't move at all when you're in the animation. Yeah, but the partner system, I enjoy it in this game mode, and in this, honestly, in Battlefront, because it's more of the individual battles, or kind of the large-scale battle, I should say. And if you have multiple people like spawning on one person, like imagine 3 people all of a sudden appearing out of nowhere onto one guy. It just seems, you know, a tad unrealistic, obviously. I mean, spawning in general, but if you only have one person spawn, it's like they just got a friend, you know, who ran up behind them, or the partner that they've been fighting with. I don't know. I enjoy the partner system, honestly, and having just one person to spawn on is fine for me. But it would be nice if you could actually see the party members, because you can create a party of 8. So that's technically a squad of 8 if you work together, but it's a lot harder to stay together in the game if since you can't differentiate between other teammates and party members. They're all blue. It would be nice if they were like yellow, the same color as your partner, or some other different color from teammates. But I'm hoping they'll address that and make a difference, because it would help me and a lot of friends. I'm sure we'll be playing this together, so should have some good coordinated action, hopefully. You gotta love when that score kicks in, but John Williams in the background just adds to the battle. It's like it's the climax, basically, of this here game, because the game's almost over, so the score tends to kick off at that point, making the whole last few seconds, last few minutes that much more interesting, or at least they fill me with pleasure to fight. What the fuck am I talking about? What I also like to do is disorient enemies by just jumping around them, and they're like, oh shit, where is he? And then you just kind of shoot them in the back. But you gotta be skilled, definitely. It's I've had plenty of failures using this thing. On here you can see the score is 3-1, and the time's already run out, but it tends to wait until that last pod is capped. So right now, whoever claims it will end the game at that point. But I mean, even if they claim that there's no chance of them winning, because it's 3-1. I mean, the time is up. The game is set. We are victorious. And we're about to cap this pod, and victory shall be ours. Yeah, I just jumped in front of that guy like, hey, surprise, bitch. Killed him. Victory. And watch the scoreboard, baby. There you go. And anything, honestly, whenever I have a KD that's 2 or more, I'm always happy with that game. I don't really care how it goes, but usually my KD is above 1.5. So hey, look, that looks familiar. Yeah. See, that just shows it's easier to make a difference in a smaller game. Yeah, and then for the next game, I think I'll be just having the gameplay footage and playing some John Williams Star Wars scores in the background, if copyright lets me. We'll see. But I want to put just some music for this next game. It's pretty epic. I just kind of go all out, kill everything. This is IonicGecko. I'm signing off. I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out, and may the force be with you. It's clear, though, if you watch the old Rangers Rock games, the first few especially, you can tell like that was the very early days of me trying to add a more personal touch to my videos, because it's pretty bad. It's like, and this, I talk like a robot, like, and we took the left side because it was it was tactically more advantageous, blah, 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 blah. So this is more me just casually kind of just talking about my thoughts, giving my thoughts on the game. So I hope you enjoy that aspect. And yeah, let me know if you're getting Battlefront, or why, if you are, and why not. You know, why are you not getting? Okay, never mind. You know, fuck it. Let's do this.